welcome to another episode of Now About That with James and Sarah. I'm James.
And I'm Sarah.
And on this week's episode, we're going to do a quick catch up and then we're going to play a game where we tell each other the lyrics of a song and then the other person has to try and guess the song, either the title, the name, or both. But first, you want to start? You said you have some exciting development.
It's not really that exciting. It's kind of a wild thing for me. So, okay. When I
Herpes.
No.
God, Sarah.
Always default to herpes.
It's a good place. It's a good place with you to default, Sarah.
I don't think that's accurate. But anyway.
Anyways, moving on.
Anyway, so, okay. When I was 7 years old, I broke my ring finger on my right hand. Like in half. Like it touched to the back of my hand. So anyway, recently it has started to, especially with like the fluctuating weather, it has started to really fucking hurt. Like to the point that I've been losing, like I can't hold things if my finger starts. So my new and exciting development is I now have arthritis gloves.
Oh, okay. So you really are an old lady.
I really am an old lady now. I have arthritis gloves. It's not very exciting actually. But all the exciting developments I've had recently have all been medical, because I also went to the emergency room recently because I woke up and half my face was swollen.
Oh, well, that's fun. What happened?
I don't know.
Oh.
I had an allergic reaction to something, but I don't know what it was.
Did we already talk about this? Or was it that recent? Because I think you had something going on, maybe a rash or something, and it was like your soap that you were using.
Yes. But that had gone away because I had switched soaps. But then I don't know. I had started feeling kind of itchy the night before. So I took some Benadryl and I was just like, okay, I'm fine. I'll go to bed. I wake up the next morning and one of my eyes was almost swollen shut. So I went to the emergency room and they gave me Benadryl and prednisone and told me to go home. So yeah. So I'm still itchy. I have some lingering hives. Still don't know what I came in contact with, because the only thing I've ever been in contact with that gave me a reaction like that was shellfish. And I wasn't near any shellfish whatsoever. So I don't know. But yeah.
Well, that's fun.
What about you?
Nothing crazy. So this week's been like busy with work. And then yesterday I went to an event called Podcasting 101 at the Lit Arts organization here in Rhode Island. Rhode Island Lit Arts, I think maybe it's Lit Arts RI actually, now that I think about it. Anyways, it's a non-for-profit organization that I joined recently that does these events where they host like Podcasting 101. They do some writing opportunities where people can come in and like work with other writers and write like screenplays and stuff like that. And then they had the Podcasting 101. So I went there last night. It was a lot of fun. There's a member meetup. So there was a podcasting meetup tonight, but I was like, it's at the same time that we're recording and I don't really feel like going out tonight anyways. So I'm not going to it, but there's another one next weekend or next Thursday that I'm going to go to. And then tomorrow there is a members meetup at the Lit Arts RI. It's like a workspace, kind of like a communal workspace where if you are a member of the organization, you can use like their workspace for free. But then they also have like rooms that you can rent to do like a big, like if you're doing a training event or something like that, or you want to work with a group of people, you can rent out the rooms for pretty not super expensive. And they have like, they have Wi-Fi in there and they have like a projector and stuff. So you can use that for the room. And then they also have a podcasting studio where you can rent the podcasting studio for, it's like $20 an hour if you're a member. And you can have like 4 people in there at a time, just hosting, like recording a podcast, and then you can take it and record or edit it how you want. It's a really cool space.
That
And
sounds cool.
I think I might start utilizing it if I want to like get out of the house and like go and maybe edit the podcast somewhere not in the house.
Yeah.
I can do that. And then I'm going to potentially reach out and see if they want to, or if they need help or need partners to host some events, and maybe look into potentially like working with them and hosting like personal professional development stuff at the site if they're interested in offering some of those things like resume writing and stuff like that.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
So that's exciting. I'm excited about that, and hopefully tomorrow will be fun. Like I said, it's a members meetup, so I don't know who all's going to be there, and I think the vibe that I get is a lot of people are like writers, because it's called Lit Arts RI, obviously. So they're like literary people. So it might be a little weird because I'm not a writer. I do have an exciting announcement, though.
Ooh.
I have almost read an entire book. I bought the book Sunday. I started reading it Monday evening, and I have less than 100 pages left on a 256-page book.
Nice.
I almost read an entire book, and it's a great book. I love it. It's called Prayers for Bobby. And it's a book about this, like the story is basically a guy. He's a journalist who is an LGBTQ plus journalist. So he's a gay journalist who started an association for other LGBTQ plus journalists. But the story he's telling is about a mother's kind of coming to terms with the role she played in her son's suicide, because she was super religious, and she basically was telling him that he needs to pray to help God fix him and reach out to God and all this, and it ended up driving him to killing himself, jumping off of a bridge in front of a semi. And they actually released a movie about it in 2009 called Prayers for Bobby with Sigourney Weaver.
Okay. I was going to say that sounds vaguely familiar to me.
Yeah. I didn't realize it until I looked it up, because I think I might suggest it as an option for a book club thing that we do for the Pride ERG at work. Because it's a really great book. And it really tells a story about how like she went from completely like rallying against the homosexuals and that they're wrong, and that it's something that they need to work on and fix, when really it's something we need to fix, or the parents need to understand it's not something that they need to fix the children, because God made them that way. They were made gay. They were born that way. And there's nothing that you can change, just like you can't change heterosexuality. So it's a good book so far. Like I said, I only have I think there's 2 whole chapters left. And the chapters are kind of, sometimes they're long, sometimes they're kind of short. So that's exciting. I've liked it so far.
Good. I'm glad. Good for you. I finished a book recently, actually. Called Verity by Colleen Hoover. And it's about this suspense/romance novelist who gets contracted to finish another novelist's series because they are not able to finish it. And nothing is as it seems. And the book pissed me off. Like, not because it was a bad book. It was a good book. It was an excellent read. I was done with that book in, a couple of hours. But it's one of those books where it's so good and yet it pisses you off so much. And I don't know how to explain that to somebody who doesn't usually read, but that's just kind of how it is. It's a great book. Excellent read. I would highly recommend if you like suspense, if you like plot twists, if you like people going insane.
Brian might like it.
It was pretty good. It was pretty good.
He likes those kind of books. I actually just sent him something that I think he would be good at. If he wanted to do it, about kind of reviewing books for a local company.
Love that.
So writing a review on it's like a blog. So I don't know. We'll see.
Ugh, I wish I could do that. I wish I had something like that here. Ugh.
Sorry, I'm also just kind of going through and getting some of my clues for the song.
Oh, I guess I should start doing that too, huh? It's gonna be so funny if we inadvertently pick the same songs.
I don't think we're going to. Just because I don't. Well, maybe. I don't know. The first one, maybe. You might not even know the first one. It's a newer song, but I love it. It's been one of my favorite songs to listen to recently. And then there's another song that it's the same. I've been listening to it a lot. I really like it. I don't think you'll know what it is, though. So I'm just going to do 3 songs if you want to do 3 as well. And I'll probably just cut this part out since we're just sitting here quietly.
Oh, probably, yeah. See, the only problem is finding the exact lyric I want to say to you. Because I want you to get it, but I also want to make it a little difficult.
Well, that's why I'm doing 3 clues. So there's like one set of lyrics and then one that's kind of a little easier to understand. And then like the last one is you'll definitely, more than likely, if you know the song, you'll get it. Although this one doesn't even have the title of the song in the name, like in the song. That's weird. I never noticed that until just now. All right. So what we're going to do now is play a quick game. It's just a game where we came up with a few songs that we're going to say the lyrics to. So we'll go back and forth with songs, and then there are 3 clues. So I'm going to give you the first clue, and then you have to try and guess it. If you don't know, we'll move on to the next clue. Do you want to go first, or do you want me to?
You can go first.
Okay. So my first clue and the first lyric is, "You tell me time has done changed me. That's fine. I've had a good run."
Okay. What's the next clue?
Next clue is, "Take one, pour it out. It's not worth crying about. There's things you can't erase, like tattoos and regrets, words I never meant, and ones that got away." This is a really fun game. I like it a lot because I love this song. I don't know that I've sent you guys that I love this song.
I don't like, it sounds like the lyrics sound familiar.
And this is a relatively newer song, like within the last 4 or 5 months.
Okay.
Want the last clue?
Yes, please.
"I know I used to be crazy. I know I used to be fun. You say I used to be wild. I say I used to be young."
I have no idea.
So it's Miley Cyrus, "Used to Be Young."
Oh.
I'm obsessed with this song. I love it. It's a great song. And like when you listen to the lyrics and like you know the lyrics, it makes it even that much better, I think.
That's fair. That is fair. I'm wondering, because I think you're going to get these pretty quickly. Because especially if we're giving as much as you were giving me.
Well, like I said, you start off with a little bit of a harder lyric and then move on to one that's a little bit easier. And then like by the last one, if you know the song, you're probably going to get it no matter what.
Okay. Hey. That's why we're going to take a seat, girl. Sit down. We right behind you. You just do you.
Oh my gosh. I don't know. Do I know this song?
Yes, you do.
Okay, what's the next clue?
What I like about you is when you huff glue, talking shit when you vine too.
Oh, okay. Blurred Vines. Okay.
Yeah.
By DWV. I thought that's what it was, but then I was like, wait, we're right behind you. Okay. That's what I thought with the first lyric, but I was like, I don't know the part about sit down. But yes, okay. I remember it now. And then what was the third clue?
The third clue was going to be "We love you, Blurred Vines."
Okay.
Because if you hadn't got it by the end of "When You Vine Too,"
Yeah.
I knew you would get the next one.
So for those of you that don't know, that song is by 3 amazing drag queens, Detox, Vicky Vox, and Willem, and it's called Blurred Vines, based on a parody of the terrible song by Robin Thicke, is that his name?
Yes.
Robin
Yes,
Thicke, Blurred Lines. Great song. I think they actually had to take the music video down for some reason because I can't find it anywhere, like from either Detox, Vicky, or Willem. So I don't know that they have the song is still on YouTube and like you can find the music video, but it's not through any of their channels. So it's weird. All right, you ready for my next one?
Yes.
Okay, here's the first clue. "Baby, I've never been too good at making friends because when you walk away, I get distracted."
Okay, next clue.
This might be crazy, but I think it's true. I shouldn't want this, but I kind of do. I know it trouble, so I'm asking you, but I think I know the answer, babe. Now tell me. That one's really long. I shouldn't have put that much in there.
Nope. I
Nope.
don't got it.
Okay, and the last one?
Yeah.
Boy, I've been good. Yeah, I've been patient, but sometimes being good can be bad for you. I sent this in the group text a while back, and I'm obsessed with this song. It's got a really great beat. It's a good dance music. It's by someone that you probably don't know, and the name of it is Kind of Scandalous.
And the name of it is Kind of Scandalous.
Yeah.
Now I'm trying to think of all the different songs you've sent. I don't know.
So this song is called See Me Naked by Bentley Robles and Z Machine.
Yes.
Yes. And I even talked about it on here before. And I was like,
Yes.
it's my song of the season.
Yes. Because I love Z Machine.
Yeah. It's a great song. I love it a lot. It's so fun to listen to.
All right. You're going to know this one right off the bat. Hold on. I'm trying to find a line that maybe you won't know right off the bat. I don't think that's going to happen.
I'm really good at music lyrics.
Wait. Okay. All right. Okay. Je veux ton amour et je veux ta revanche. Je veux ton amour.
Is this a Lady Gaga song?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Is it Bad Romance?
It is.
Okay. I was gonna say, I know she sings French in a few of her songs, but I couldn't remember which one it was. But yeah, it's Bad Romance. That one was easy. What are the other lyrics you were going to do?
I mean, okay. I was like, I can't do I Want Your Psycho, Your Vertigo shtick, because that was going to give it away automatically.
Yeah.
I thought I could do maybe Want You in My Rear Window, Baby.
Oh, nope. I would have gotten that too.
But I was like, no, probably not that either. So that's when I was just like, okay, let me try to dupe him with the French. But then I didn't take into account that like you don't listen to foreign music as much as I do. So there's only going to be very few songs that you're going to know that's going to have foreign in it. So
yeah, I was like, it could be the Lady Marmalade from Pink.
Oh, voulez-vous coucher avec moi?
Yeah. So I was like, it could be that, but I don't think so because I don't remember those lyrics in that song, but I do remember those lyrics in a Lady Gaga song. And then it sounded like it was something about love in there. So I was like, it's got to be Bad Romance. Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah.
All right. So this next one, you might not know. I don't know. And it's kind of a weird genre for me because it's kind of country, but it's not really.
Okay.
So the first clue is I've been holding my breath. I've been counting to 10 over something you said. I've been holding back tears while you're throwing back beers. I'm alone in bed.
Okay. I definitely recognize those lyrics.
Okay. Next clue is you know I'm afraid of change. Guess that's why we stay the same.
I don't know.
And then the last lyrics are, so tell me to leave. I'll pack my bags, get on the road, find someone that loves you better than I do. Darling, I know, because you remind me every day I'm not enough, but I still stay. You might not know this song, again. And the title of it isn't even in the song, I just realized.
Oh, I don't know.
So this is a song by Noah Cyrus,
Okay.
Miley's younger sister, called July.
July. Okay.
It's a great song. I love it. It's one of the ones that I've been listening to a lot recently for some reason. It's got a really great song or sound. And then the part of it, like there's a part of it that's just whistling. And then there is a version of it that she sings with someone else. And I don't remember what it is. I did buy it though. Let me see. So she sings a version with Leon Bridges. Where he sings part of it and she sings part of it.
Okay, I think I've heard that version.
Probably.
That's why those lyrics sounded familiar.
I prefer the one that it's just Noah though.
Fair.
I like the other one, but I do prefer the one that's just Noah.
Are you ready for the last song?
Yeah.
Now you think that I will be something on the side.
Is it Sam Smith?
No.
Okay. Next lyric.
Just like you knew you would, I don't know what you do, but you do it well. I'm under your spell.
Is it Britney Spears?
No.
I'm under your spell. Okay, last one.
Yeah. Why won't you release me? Yeah.
Is it Christina Aguilera?
No.
Do I know this song?
You do. This is actually one of your favorite songs.
Really?
Yes.
Will you put the lyrics in the chat so I can look at them? Like, sometimes it helps to see them a little bit. I'm trying to think. I know this song.
Yeah, you do.
Okay.
Like, we were obsessed with this song. We were obsessed with this album.
We are obsessed with this album. Is it
Mhm.
Adele?
No,
I don't get obsessed with many albums.
I know, but this is one that you did.
Is it Lady Gaga?
No,
What's the last one?
I had to go back up here.
And these go like in sequence. Now you think that I will be something on the side.
They're not in sequence.
Oh, you whore. That's different. That's not how I was doing it. The lyrics I was choosing were right in sequence. I don't know. What is this?
So it is You Got Me Begging for Mercy.
Oh, Duffy.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
You were obsessed with that album.
Mercy, Duffy. Yeah. I actually just recently rebought it just not too long ago because I don't have it anymore. I think it was one I bought the CD and then I saved it to my computer and then uploaded it to my Amazon Music account.
Yep.
And then they purged like all the music that you added to your account at one point, so I no longer have it. So I had to buy it again.
Yes. When you bought that CD is when
that guy was like, "Oh, did you know that
the new Metallica album
was yeah." I was like, "Dude, I don't care."
And you were like, "Do I look like someone who listens to Metallica?"
Like, you're barking up the wrong tree, sister.
You're panicking at the wrong disco.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god. But yes, I tried to pick songs that we used to listen to a lot.
Okay, I have another one.
Oh god. Okay.
I think of you from time to time more than I thought I would. You were just too kind and I was too young to know. That's all that really matters. I was a fool.
Okay, what's the next clue?
Baby, we built this house on memories. Take my pictures now. Shake it.
Oh, yep.
Shake
Baby,
it.
We built this house on memories. It's Panic at the Disco.
Yeah.
And
House of Memories is what it's called. Yeah.
Yeah, House of Memories.
I didn't realize that's what it was called, and that's part of the song right there.
Yep. I love that song. It's a good song.
Look at you. You did get one.
I got one. And I was able to stump you on one. So I think I'm doing pretty good today, despite the fact that I'm old.
What are you doing this weekend?
I am working as per usual. I have to take a history test tomorrow before I go to work. So that'll be exciting. And yeah, that's about it. I don't have anything really exciting going on this weekend. I did buy tickets to the ballet.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah. So I won't, it's not this weekend, but it is this month. It's towards the end of the month. And it's an original ballet about Edgar Allan Poe. So I'm like super stoked about it. I think it's called like Poe Into Madness or something like that. But I'm like super stoked, really excited about that. Other than that, just studying and reading all these books that I have. What about you? What are you doing this weekend?
Not much. I want to finish reading the book. I was hoping to be finished with it before we recorded this tonight. But that didn't happen because I got in and I didn't get in until like after it was almost 9 o'clock last night after that podcasting thing. And then I want to finish that for the end of the weekend. So I would have finished a book within a week of buying it, Sarah, which I've never done before in my entire life.
And honestly, that's so fucking cool, friend. I'm really excited for you.
And then I did my taxes, which was fun.
Oh shit, I gotta do those.
I mean, they're not due until April 15th, so you have a minute. You have a minute.
Yeah, I know, but I usually have them done by now.
So I got my taxes done, and I'm getting not a crazy amount back, but a little bit, just over $1,000 back.
Hey, that's pretty good.
But I did find out that even though I paid tuition last year, I make too much to have it make any credit or mean anything towards my taxes. So the world sucks and the United States is garbage because if you make too much money, then you don't get anything back on your taxes if you pay for things. But if you don't make enough money, you can't do the things like buy an electric vehicle or go to school. So you're screwed because you make too much money, but you're screwed because you can't do it because you don't make enough money.
Yeah.
So it's two things I kind of already knew about the electric car credit. I make too much money to qualify for the credit for buying an electric vehicle. And then whenever he was entering the tuition stuff in, and he was like, that's weird. It usually just automatically populates, but for some reason it's not. So he had to go look at it. He's like, oh, it's because of how much money you make. It's not giving you credit for it like it usually does because you make too much money, which is annoying because I don't make that much money, but it's like just over the threshold for it. And then I have to do the business taxes. So there's a form that I have to fill out or to do the business taxes. And I just have to do that before the 15th of April.
Fun.
So that's fun. And then I'm waiting to get my bonus at some point. I think the way that it works, it comes in. So we get paid on Friday, and then our bonuses come in like the Tuesday or Wednesday the following week. So they come in a week after we get paid. And then what I'm going to do from there is work with my bank and see how much money I would need to pay on my car to get it down to make my payments a little bit more comfortable for me.
Right.
And give me the ability to actually use more of my money than I currently do. Because right now, like I said before, it's like one of my checks is completely consumed by my rent.
Yeah, which is wild. And I understand.
No, it's not completely. I have like $100 and some left over from after I pay my rent. Once I get my check, well, it'll be more than that now since I got a raise, but nothing crazy because it's like literally my raise equated to like $200 extra a paycheck. But that's before taxes. So after taxes, it's more like $75.
Dang.
I don't have to pay Rhode Island this year. Last year I had to pay them like $90 some. So that's good.
That is good. I live in a state that does not require me to pay state taxes, which is very nice.
Very weird.
You know, we lose out in other areas though, because it's Texas.
Yeah. Speaking of, somebody has been like, I, for some reason, am getting a bunch of pictures or videos where people are like doing tours of houses in Texas. And they're like, would you live here? And I was like, it's in Texas. I wouldn't live there if someone paid me to live there every day. And then the guy was like, well, what do you mean? Why don't you want to live here? Where do you live? And I'm like, I don't live in Texas and I will never live in Texas. Unless there's like complete radical change in Texas that swings the other way, which will never happen. I will never move or visit Texas. And Florida's creeping up there on that list too. I will never live in.
Should have already been on that list.
I will never live in Florida. However, the visiting part is something that I might potentially do. But then again, it's like if I wanted to go somewhere that has like beaches and stuff. I mean, I live in Massachusetts, well, close to Massachusetts, and I live in Rhode Island, which is literally an island.
Yeah.
I can go to the beach anytime I want. And if I wanted to go to other beaches, I could travel to California, which is where I would rather be anyways.
Fair. I miss California, but I don't know that I would live there anymore.
I loved living in California. It was my favorite thing, my favorite place to live so far. I think part of it was also because I didn't really have money issues because they were paying for a lot of it through work.
Right.
However, if I were to get a job out there, they would give me a raise because of the cost of living adjustment.
Right.
So if I ever did look at getting a job out there, I would get more money. So I would be able to live a little bit more not insane.
That's fair.
I have been toying around with the idea of looking at trading in my car on a newer Mach-E.
Yeah.
And then like a new one, because they just recently had like a massive price decrease, but they're still crazy expensive. So I don't know that I can do it. And I do love my car. And I think after 2022, they stopped offering the color of my car. And I really love the color of my car.
Fair.
I do wish it had the extended battery option, because it is like every time I drive into work with the cold weather, I have to charge every day I drive, because if I don't, the next day it's going to be cutting it close to drive back. If I start, so basically what happens is Thursday or Friday when I leave, Thursday, whenever I leave from work, I leave with 100% in my battery. And then when I get home, it's at like 82% typically, which isn't bad. But then I drive it the weekend and I don't charge it again until I go to work. So by the time I get to work on Tuesday or Monday or Tuesday, whenever I go in, it's typically at like 50 to 40%, which if it were summer or warmer, I could make it home and then back, because it's about 12 to 18% it usually takes to get one way. But because it's cold, it takes, for some reason, it takes when I go home, it's 18% to 20%. But then when I go to work, it can be almost 30% because it's early in the morning and cold. So that's the thing, that if you are looking for an electric car, if you're listening and you're looking for an electric car, if they have an extended battery option, try and get that. But if they don't, know that you'll have to charge a lot more frequently than you would if you didn't have. But the good thing is I don't pay for charging because it's free at work. And then if I do here, it's usually like $10 to charge from like 40% to full. So the amount that I pay in like charging is very minimal because I get to charge for free at work.
Fair.
And they just sent out the thing where you can get an adapter for this is turning into an electric vehicle podcast this week, apparently. Ford has released where they're giving everyone that owns a Mach-E or a Ford Lightning, which is the electric truck, a free adapter for the Tesla superchargers. So if you can use a supercharger now once you get the adapter, and they're free. And I reserved mine, but it doesn't have like a date as to when it's going to be shipped. So it's probably not going to be until like in the summer sometime that I will get one, which I don't really technically need it, unless the only time I'm going to probably need it is if I want to drive back to Indiana. And then there's more superchargers along the route than there are Electrify America or whatever. And they're typically faster chargers than Electrify America and the other options. But it's probably more expensive too. So that'll be interesting to see.
That sounds like it would be more expensive. Ugh, life is expensive.
Yes, it is. We were just talking about that this week. It's like you're paying for everything.
Right.
There's really not that much that you can do for free.
It's true. But you know what you can do for free?
Sleep.
I mean, yeah, you can sleep, but you can also visit your public library.
That's true.
It is free to visit your public library.
You can also listen to podcasts.
You
I know
can
a great
also
one.
Listen to podcasts.
I know a great one. And if you would like to reach out to us, our Instagram, Twitter, and all of those are at NowAboutThatPod. And our email address is nowaboutthatpod@gmail.com. But you can also visit our website, because we do have a website. It is www.nowaboutthatproductions.com. But we also have a phone number that you can call and leave us a voicemail or send us a text message. And it actually rings into me. So you might actually talk to a live person if you call, because I may end up answering it. But the phone number is 765-557-4170. So if you would like to, give us a call, send us a text message, send us an email, reach out to us from our website, and let us know what you would like us to talk about on our podcast. Because this week, it looks like it's going to be a pretty short episode.
Yeah, it does.
Because we don't have much going on. I'm tired. And
I'm also tired.
we played a fun game. That was fun.
That was fun.
And I can't take credit for it because, I mean, it's obviously that's something that goes on a lot on like YouTube. But there's a channel that I just recently started watching a lot. Let me see what they're called because I just started following them. But they have a lot of like millennials versus Gen Z, where they play the song lyrics or play the music.
Mm-hmm.
It's called React. So that's the channel. And this is where I kind of got that game from, because they do that a lot, where they play like the 80s rock band. They do the lyrics and then you have to guess it.
Well, that's pretty exciting.
Yeah.
That.
Well, other than work, you don't have anything else going on this week?
It is my last week for my it's my last week for one of my classes. So I have a paper I have to write and an exam I have to take. But other than that, yeah, I'm pretty boring right now.
How did your test go? Didn't you have a test last week?
I had a test this week. I don't know how it went yet.
How do you not know?
Oh,
is it like a written, like you have to, written answers. Okay.
Yeah.
That makes more sense. I'm used to the like multiple choice or like choose, like rank the question type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to find the lyrics to Solid Pink Disco, or what is the other song that is, there's another Looking Good, Feeling Gorgeous by Trixie Mattel, but I couldn't find it. I can't find the lyrics for that, but I was going to do that one too. Because there are some that's like Trixie Mattel, Solid Pink Disco lyrics, but then when you click on them, it's not it. That's not it, sis. That's not it.
But no.
Well, do you have anything else? Or are you ready to call it a podcast?
I think I'm ready to call it a podcast.
All right. Well, thank you for listening to this week's episode of Now About That with James and Sarah. If you like this episode, please give us a like, a comment, and don't forget to follow or subscribe. If you would like to leave us a review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen, as this will help get the podcast out to more people and help us grow. Feel free to follow us on social media. Our Instagram and Twitter and all the other handles are at Now About That Pod. And if there's something specific you would like us to discuss on the podcast, you can email us at nowaboutthatpod@gmail.com. Visit our website, www.nowaboutthatproductions.com. But you can also leave us a voicemail or send us a text message with any questions you would like us to answer on the podcast. Our phone number is 765-557-4170. Thanks again for listening, and we hope you have a great week since this will be coming out on Monday. And Sarah, enjoy your weekend. Hopefully you don't just work. You have some fun.
Fingers crossed.
How's the car?
Oh, the car is great. I finally named her.
Oh, yeah. What's her name?
Dahlia.
Dahlia? Like Black Dahlia?
Yes.
So murderer.
A murder victim.
Oh, okay. Why did I think murderer? Never mind. I mean, my car is called Moira. So I still need to figure out how to get a picture instead of just like the Mustang symbol or the initial. Because I would like to have the picture of Moira Rose where she walks out and she's like, I hath risen. That's what I want.
Love that.
All right. Well, thank you for listening, and we hope you all have a great week. Sarah, enjoy your weekend.
You too.
Bye, everybody.